Chet sad face as always from Hard Mode Gamers, and today, well actually this entire week, people have been complaining. I know what's the usual, but anyway, everyone is livid about Borderlands 3. Nothing to do with the actual game though, it's about it going to the Epic Store. You know, some PC gamers are furious, other ones like the competition, and then there's a few even more who can't bear the thought of making another account, which I understand your pain is real, that it is kind of a pain in the ass, but meanwhile, all of the console gamers don't have to worry about a damn thing. Man, I keep going back and forth. I was a PC gamer for a long time, jumped to consoles when I did Xbox 360, swapped to PC, and swapped back for this generation. I don't even know why. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to break down a little message we got from an insider at Gearbox. See what he has to say, pour on through it, and address it note by note. You can see it right here as I go along through it.
I work at Gearbox. Time to spill the beans since we're not allowed on Twitter. From Anonymous. I've messaged what I'm about to say to several YouTubers as protest for the Epic Games exclusive deal. So now I'm telling you all here, in case they twist what I said. I typed on mobile, so I apologize for formatting if it's weird on desktop. Randy Pitchford is on Twitter right now, taking the high ground, as if he had nothing to do with it. Our publisher had no interest in Epic Exclusive until Randy pushed it and convinced them to do it all because he wants a bigger bonus he didn't earn. He screams and yells at us over the smallest thing. He's like a big bully, almost, and you can see that if you watch the press conference with how nervous the others looked next to him. Borderlands 3, by Randy's choice, is pushing online multiplayer hardcore over the story. We legitimately have our 15-hour campaign done and ready to go, but are being forced to make sure at least 50 hours of online stuff for launch. Everything you loved about Borderlands 1 and 2 is non-existent in 3. After the Epic exclusive was confirmed, inside the studio, we were told we're not allowed to talk about the issues of the platform on our personal Twitters or anything. So, where does this lead us? As Rebellion, we've stolen a build of the game and will upload on the Pirate Bay so you can play the story in 4 weeks if our demands are not met. We want no Epic exclusive. We want better working conditions. We want to work 40-hour weeks maximum, as we've been forced to do 50 plus because of online. We want Randy to stop being a tyrant and take anger management. We want to be Gearbox 2009 again, not this malicious working environment that we became.
Alright, let's break it down piece by piece, shall we? To start from the beginning, it seems oddly specific that he mentioned he typed it on mobile trying to post on desktop. I mean, that maybe adds some credence, but I mean, it's fine if you're gonna make some typos. It happens. There weren't any typos, just some missing dots and commas. There's not much to dissect here. Randy Pitchford acting like he has nothing to do with it. Yeah, I can buy that. I understand it's not looking good on him right now that he's earning so much money and studios are still getting shut down. It's a total mess. There's no way to defend it. I can't defend it. It's indefensible. So, I mean, whether this is just wishful thinking on our part, or maybe someone just pretending, it's plausible, alright? He wants a bigger bonus he didn't earn? Sounds like Randy to me. Now, I don't know about the embellishments, screaming or yelling at them. Whether he does that, or shouts, or even whispers, we've heard in the past that he's not fun to work with, so this comes as no surprise. Here's the part where a few questions come to mind. So he said they're pushing online multiplayer, hardcore, over the story. Maybe this is just semantics. but the game always had a multiplayer focus in the form of co-op, I guess. So, unless they're not referring specifically to co-op and the main campaign, I guess I can sort of see this. But, yeah, to say that it's not online, it is bona fide. The biggest feature of that is having fun with 3 of your friends and blowing stuff up. I played Borderlands 2 completely. I did all of the campaign, I did all 4 of the DLC big packs, and I did all 5 of the mini DLCs solo. I spent I think my Steam account had it at 80 hours or something. I sunk quite a lot into that. Anywhere between 60 to 80 hours, that's a lot. But now they're saying a 15-hour campaign. Okay. It's not really about the plot, per se, or at least it's not to me. It's about the game is primarily focused on the fun you have. So if they are making something fun, maybe the multi is okay. They're making it not sound like it's okay, but maybe it is. And the further thing I have to question is this. How long has it been since Borderlands 2 was completely finished? I'm gonna put the year and month on this screen here. Yeah, that's how long it's been. So after let's see when the pre-sequel came out. So it's just weird that they can tell me that after these many years, they've only come back with a 15-hour campaign. Look, I know they didn't go straight to production on the next one. They wanted to take a big break. We know that they actually put a lot of focus into the writing. Whoever is writing it, Anthony Birch, writing Borderlands 2, and I don't know who for pre-sequel, but that wasn't good, so don't bother. But now they have this one, it's... Okay, I can kind of buy that, maybe. They had just finished 15 hours and were maybe told to cut it before they could do more. It just seems odd that it is that short after such a long period of time, but who knows? 50 hours of online content for launch, by the way. I mean, even if they are being forced to do something they don't like, that's quite an achievement. I mean, it has probably been done due to crunch, and that's really shitty. But that is also kind of a promise, on the other hand, that, hey, there's going to be 50 hours of content at launch. Better than Destiny. Better than Destiny 2. Better than Anthem. How many other, multiplayer, lifestyle games didn't launch with that much? Did the Division launch with much? I don't think so. This is kind of in line with the idea of a live service, which they probably adopted. I'm just having a hard time wrapping my head around the idea that they only just recently made this change, which is what the statement is telling me, but maybe there's more to the picture. Everything you loved about Borderlands is non-existent in 3. That sounds a little dubious. I mean, the trailer itself showed the fun gameplay we all know and remember, so I doubt it's a huge difference, but that's yet to be found. Trailers can be deceiving. None of them were allowed to speak about this on Twitter or any social media platforms. That sounds pretty in line with most of these kind of things. There are always restrictions on what the developers can and cannot say about some productions. So yeah, that sounds alright. That sounds like they were banned. It doesn't sound as draconian as the other things they said, but it makes sense either way. So that's probably not a lie, fair to say. Now, here's the weirdest part. Okay, so the rebellion thing. If they did that, the rebellion thing, they just gave themselves away by saying they did it. Having a build of the game that they're gonna upload in 4 weeks, if their demands aren't reached, we don't know what those demands are yet. We don't know what build they're uploading, or if that's even legit in the first place. I'm having a hard time believing this part. I don't know if it harms the credibility to you. Honestly, if they did that, it would be pretty badass. A lot of the PC gamers who hate the whole DRM thing and they're hardcore against non-Steam games, many of them said that they're gonna pirate the game anyway. They said it with Metro Exodus, and now they're saying it with this. So, in a way, it comes as no small surprise that even if they're putting out a version of the game as a build early on the Pirate Bay, it'll probably end up there anyway. So, in a way, it's kind of a moot point, but it would be awesome to see if they actually do this. They have the balls to do this. Balls. Do you have the balls? And finally, the truth we know about all of these experiences. The Epic exclusive, whether they wanted it or not, probably not. I don't think anyone on the development team wants to do that. Especially more so when, like, they already said they're going to be on multiple platforms and then don't do that thing. That doesn't sound like a decision developers make. You know, they want regular work hours instead of the crunch hours, the 50 plus, regardless of what they're being forced to do. Even knowing that they're being forced 50 hours a week for their 50 hours of content, it's a big problem in the game industry on its own. So, no problem believing that either. They want Randy Pitchford to stop being a tyrant and go back to Gearbox 2009, which, alright, I see it, but Randy Pitchford has always been questionable anyway, so I'm sure this sort of issue they're taking umbrage with is not exclusive to Randy. Finally, it's becoming a malicious environment to work in. Where have I heard that before? Oh, right, Anthem just had to reveal that the work environment was terrible. And it was in Inquisition too, yeah. So, like, this is definitely a bad trend no matter what. Question is it real or fake? Like, good job to whoever posted this anyway. You've set the internet ablaze with more questions than answers. Which is the usual when dealing with this. Well, in a short amount of time, we're gonna find out if there is some kind of leak a few weeks in, as they're saying here. If that happens, I would buy this 100%. But if this leak never happens after they said it would, I'll have a hard time believing that the anonymous post was legit. The question in the comments I want you to write below isn't agreeing or disagreeing with the sentiments. It's the question of, is this real or is it fake? That's it. Like, you can go have that conversation about how bad it is anywhere else, the epic conversation anywhere. That's fine. Here in the comments, let's talk about if this is real or not. Always remember to click the like button. Where is it? Is it here? Or is it here? Can't tell when I'm facing the camera sometimes. But you enjoyed this video, this dramatic reading, smash the like button. Subscribe to us if you want to see more stupid content like me. And finally, go to hardmodegamers.com. We have reviews and articles and occasional satire, which makes things confusing sometimes because we post real and fake articles. See you there soon.